A damp towel is hanging on the hook by the shower. It looks fine. It looks clean. But if that spot stays humid enough for long enough, something is quietly starting in its fibers that a normal wash won't fully undo. Not just a smell, mold. Once mold actually roots itself into towel fabric, it doesn't sit on the surface the way a stain does. It sends thread-like structures down into the fibers themselves, and in some cases, it slowly breaks those fibers down as food. That's why a towel with black or pink spots often comes out of the washing machine looking almost the same as it went in. You didn't fail to clean it properly. Once mold is established, ordinary washing genuinely struggles to remove it. Here's the number that matters more than anything else in this video. Mold doesn't need extreme conditions. Multiple Japanese sources on indoor humidity point to the same threshold. Once the air around a damp towel sits above roughly 60% humidity, mold activity increases sharply, and it's most aggressive in the 70 to 80% range. A bathroom with the door shut and no fan running crosses that number constantly. So does a towel left hanging in a sealed, unventilated corner. Mold isn't unlucky. It's just responding to a number on a hygrometer that most of us never check. There's a second, faster-acting problem that often shows up before mold ever does. And it's worth understanding because it explains why a towel can smell off long before you'd ever see a spot. It's a bacterium called Moraxella, and unlike mold, it doesn't need days. It can multiply sharply in as little as 5 hours if a towel stays damp, warm, and coated in the skin oil and sweat it feeds on. Ordinary washing removes what it's already produced, but not always the bacteria itself, which is why the smell can return even after a proper wash. Think of it this way. Moraxella is the 5-hour warning sign. Mold is the slower, more stubborn problem building underneath it. The good news is that almost everything you're about to hear fixes both at once, because they're both ultimately about the same two things: how long a towel stays wet and how much air is actually moving around it. This isn't really about how often you wash your towels. It's about what happens to them in the hours and days before and after washing. And once you see the pattern, it becomes very easy to interrupt. In this video, we'll go through 7 drying rules based on guidance from Japanese towel makers, appliance manufacturers, and cleaning experts that target exactly the moments when mold gets its foothold. You don't need a new washing machine. In most cases, you need to change where you hang one towel, how far apart you space a few items on a rack, or how long you leave the washing machine door open. And there's one habit that feels responsible but can actually work against you, which we'll get to later. If you like small, practical fixes like this, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one. Rule 1 is to keep a damp towel out of the 60% zone. You don't need a lab-grade sensor to act on this. A basic hygrometer, the kind you'd use to check a houseplant's room, costs very little and tells you exactly when a space is drifting into mold territory. Bathrooms and enclosed laundry areas cross 60% constantly, especially right after a shower or a wash cycle. So that's exactly where a lingering damp towel does the most damage. The goal isn't to keep your whole home at a specific number all day. It's to notice that a towel drying in a space already sitting above 60% humidity is fighting an uphill battle before it even starts, and to move it somewhere the air is actually drier, or to run a fan, vent, or dehumidifier in that specific spot while it dries. Rule 2 is to give your drying rack real airflow, not just space to hang things. Two habits show up again and again in Japanese laundry guidance. First, leave roughly a fist's width of space between each hanging item. When towels are pressed against each other, the touching sections stay damp far longer, even if the rest of the towel feels dry. Second, try what's sometimes called arch drying. Hang your longer items, like bath towels, at the two outer ends of the rack, and shorter items in the middle. This shape creates a channel of moving air underneath everything, and Japanese laundry experts have found it can shave real time off the drying process compared to hanging things in a random mixed order. Neither of these costs anything. You're not buying equipment, you're just rearranging what's already there. Rule 3 might be the one that surprises you. It's tempting to assume that opening the bathroom door while the exhaust fan runs will clear the air faster, since more airflow feels like it should help. Multiple Japanese sources on bathroom ventilation say the opposite is true. Right after a bath or shower, the bathroom is at its most humid point of the day, and if the door is open while the fan runs, that humidity doesn't just disappear, it drifts into the hallway or changing area next door, which is often exactly where towels are hanging or stored. Keeping the door closed while the fan runs concentrates the extraction where the moisture actually is, instead of spreading it into the next room. Several sources also note that switching the fan off the moment the room looks dry isn't enough, since residual moisture in the walls, tile grout, and ceiling keeps releasing into the air for a while afterward, and stopping too early lets humidity climb right back toward that 60% zone. A closed door for a while after bathing, with the fan actually running, does more for a nearby towel than an open door and a breeze ever will. Rule 4 is about the washing machine, not the towel. Even a towel that comes out of a wash cycle can pick up mold spots if the machine itself has the problem. Detergent residue and biofilm build up inside the drum over time, and that buildup becomes a food source and breeding ground for mold, sitting exactly where every future load of laundry will touch it. This is why some towels develop small dark spots again almost immediately after a wash that should have removed everything. Kao and Panasonic both recommend a monthly deep clean of the drum using a dedicated tub cleaner, and Panasonic additionally recommends a lighter, weekly tub drying cycle to keep humidity from settling in between deep cleans. If your towels keep developing spots or smells right after they come out of a machine that seems to be running fine, the machine itself is worth checking before you blame your drying technique. Rule 5 is where the exceptions matter, and this is the idea I mentioned earlier. You've probably heard that you should always leave your washing machine door open after a cycle, so trapped humidity can escape. That's true, but only for part of the story. For top-loading machines, several Japanese sources do recommend leaving the lid open for a few hours after use, since a closed, humid drum is a strong invitation for mold. But for drum-type front-loading machines, the manufacturer's own guidance is different. Panasonic specifically advises keeping the door closed after use, for safety reasons, since an open front-loading door creates a real risk of injury, or of a small child climbing inside. Instead, they recommend relying on the machine's built-in tub drying function to manage the humidity, so the open door tip isn't wrong. It's just not universal. Whether it applies to you depends entirely on which type of machine is sitting in your laundry room. Rule 6 is about the towel in the 10 minutes right after you use it, which is easy to overlook. A towel that just dried your body is now warm, damp, and coated in the sweat and skin oil that both Moraxella and mold feed on. Balling it up and dropping it straight into a closed laundry hamper keeps it in that warm, wet state for hours before it even reaches the washing machine. And inside a closed hamper, humidity has nowhere to go, which is exactly the kind of enclosed, damp pocket mold favors. A simple fix that several Japanese cleaning sources point to is giving the towel a brief, separate hang on a hook, a bar, or a small tension rod, so it can shed most of its moisture before it joins the rest of the laundry. You're not trying to fully dry it. You're just trying to stop it from sitting there fully wet in an enclosed space. Rule 7 is about what happens after the towel is already clean and dry, which is the stage most people assume is completely safe. It isn't automatically. When a shelf or drawer is packed too tightly, air can't move between the folded stacks, and humidity can quietly climb toward that 60% danger zone, even among towels that went in completely dry, especially in cabinets near a bathroom or laundry area. The fix isn't a new storage system. It's leaving a bit of visible space between stacks, favoring open shelving or a ventilated basket over a fully sealed cabinet when the storage spot is close to a humid room, and keeping your regular rotation to a modest number of towels so nothing sits untouched and undisturbed for weeks at a time. None of these 7 rules require you to replace anything you own. Tonight, pick one towel, the one that tends to develop spots first or dries slowest, and change exactly one thing about it. Move it to a spot with more airflow. Give it a few inches more space on the rack. Hang it briefly before it goes in the hamper. Then just notice what happens over the next couple of weeks, since mold takes longer to show itself than odor does. If nothing changes, you didn't get lucky. You just fixed the one variable that mattered. And if a problem still shows up, that's not failure either. That's information telling you which of these 7 rules to check next. A towel that never grows mold isn't the result of washing more often. It's the result of keeping it out of that 60% humidity zone long enough for it to actually dry every single time. Subscribe to the channel for more small, evidence-based fixes like this one, and I'll see you in the next video, where we'll look at storage habits that seem perfectly reasonable, but are quietly creating more laundry work for you every single week.